My name is John Barton, Leadership Development Officer for Symmetry Global, and today's Love It lesson is out of the Quick Start Guidebook, step number 5, which is starting your guest. So by now you've already shared with them Symmetry through a PowerPoint or a 3-way conference call, a webinar, and now it's where it takes time for a commitment. We're going to ask our prospect if they're ready to get started. We're going to do it through a simple 3-step process that's been proven to work. Step number 1 is asking. So after the share, I'm going to then approach my prospect and ask them, so Sally, are you ready to take the Love It Challenge? And Sally is going to say typically one of two things. She's either going to say yes or no. Now when she says yes, I'm just going to take her through the process and find out what package she wants to get started on, if it's the Healthy Life Pack or if she wants to start on one of our better business opportunity packages. Now it is normal or common for somebody to say no or maybe to have an objection. Now when somebody says no, I'm just going to ask them, is there any reason in particular? And they're typically going to say something like, I don't have the money, or I don't have the time, or I need to check with my spouse. So when they do that, we go to step number 2, which is handling the objection. And handling the objection is best solved by following the feel, felt, found technique. So I'm not going to argue that Sally has the money or the time. I want to be in agreement with her in terms of I know how she feels, and what I found is this. So if Sally says something to me like, you know, John, I just don't have the money. Sally, I know how you feel. When I first was introduced to this industry, I was broke as a joke. But what I found was that if I didn't do something different, money was always going to be an issue in my life. Maybe Sally says something like time. John, I just don't have the time. Sally, I know how you feel. When I was first introduced to this industry, I didn't have the time. I was a busy college student. But you know what I found was that if I didn't do something right now, I was going to end up like my parents, where for the next 30 years, they never had time to be at any of our sporting events. So that brings me to then step 3. I'm simply going to ask Sally to get started again. So Sally, are you ready to take the Love It Challenge? And Sally might say something like, John, I just have to talk to my spouse. Sally, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. I wanted to talk to my spouse. But what I found was that I wanted to do this because of my spouse. I wanted to do this for my spouse. I wanted to provide for her. So Sally, are you ready to take the Love It Challenge? And it may go through a couple of objections just like that, but I'm going to keep on bringing back the question, are you ready to take the Love It Challenge? Now, after a few of those objections, I will then direct her through our follow-up program, which will be a future Love It lesson, so be sure to check out the follow-up portion of the Love It lessons. Also, be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. By going to youtube.com, search Symmetry Global, subscribe, you'll see all of our Love It lesson videos. You can also access us or connect with us on Facebook, specifically our Jumpstart group. And be sure to share these videos and get your organization to share these videos with their business builders. Have a great day.